Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I want to make this short video about a recent poll that I did on Twitter on which console will people are deciding to buy this year. It had 4 selections. One of them was the recently announced Xbox Series S. The other one was the Xbox Series X, the PlayStation 5, or if you were going to build a PC for gaming. It was a really interesting poll. It had 18,310 votes. It had around 500 comments that I went through most of them, and that gave me all the information to make this video possible. So I'm gonna go into the computer and gonna show you a few of the comments. I'm gonna share my thoughts about people comments, and also I want to share my thoughts about how companies should change the way they advertise their consoles. So let's jump into the computer to show you the poll. So we're here at the computer. The links for this poll is going to be in the description below. It's also pinned to my Twitter profile at mytekreview, so you can go check it out that way too. And before I continue with the poll results, finally, we got release dates and prices for the new generation consoles. Sony announced that the PS5 release date is November 12th, and the prices are $399 for the digital edition and $499 for the physical disc one. And Microsoft announced also the Xbox release date, that is November 10th, the Xbox Series S at $299 and the Series X at $499, making the Series S the most affordable console of all of them. Okay, now that I got that information out of the way, let me explain something about this poll and clear any doubts before the people start writing comments or giving dislikes to the video. The intentions of this poll was to know what console people are going to buy and the reasons on their decision. Because people voted more for a PS5 doesn't mean that Xbox is a bad console or is going to do bad on sales. That wasn't the reason behind this poll. The reason is that the people who voted on the poll are more likely to buy a PS5, and let me show you the analytics on the poll so you can all have a better understanding. If we go to the tweet activity, we can see the tweet analytics. The impressions are how many people saw this tweet in any form. It can be by a retweet, a like, or a comment that somebody gave to the tweet and showed on their timeline. Now the total engagements are the people who actually interacted with the tweet by voting, liking, commenting, or retweeting. Like we can see, there was 128,683 impressions or people that saw this poll, and 25,245 of them engaged with it, but only 18,310 of them actually voted. There was a lot of hate comments on the poll about how I attracted PS5 gamers only to vote on the poll. And this is not true because I didn't tag anybody specifically other than PlayStation and Xbox. So if from 128,683 people, only 18,310 voted, that's out of my control. Now that we got this clear, let me continue and talk about why people voted the way they did. If you see in the poll results, 61.7% of you decided that you are going to get a PS5. 26.3% are getting the Xbox Series X, 6.3% are getting the Xbox Series S, and 5.8% are building or buying a PC. Now I went through most of the 432 comments and I could say that 90% of you agree that the reason you're staying or buying or switching from a different ecosystem are the games. Now if we go a little bit more in detail, 61.7% of you decided that the PlayStation always have the more versatile and biggest library of games on their platform. 32.6% of you are on the Xbox because of the exclusive titles like Halo or Gears of War, and also because Xbox Game Pass gives you a way to play new games without having to buy them at a full price. From the 32.6% that I mentioned, 6.3% are getting the Xbox Series S because of the price, and the other 26.3% are getting the Xbox Series X because of the performance and specs that it will bring. Now there is a 5.8% of you that voted for a way of PC gaming either by buying or building a PC. This 5.8% is an interesting one because all of you that play in PC can achieve better resolutions, frame rates, and have a smoother gaming experience over any console, but most of you still own a gaming console for the games that are not available on PC or because most of your friends are playing in consoles. One advantage of the people that play in PC and own an Xbox account over the ones that own a PlayStation is that you can play most of your Xbox Game Pass library also in PC. Okay, now let me talk about the other 10% that didn't mention games on their comments. What most of them wrote is that the reason they're buying whichever console is because one is more powerful than the other. But I really didn't take these comments in account because they are more based on fanboy comments than actual facts. Anyways, you can go check the poll and scroll through the 432 comments and see what I mean. Okay, and here are my final thoughts. Most of you have decided that the reason you are buying a console is for the games that they offer and not for the power that the console brings. Even though that for a better gaming experience, you will need a more powerful console. But what attracts you to them are the exclusive titles and gaming library. Another thing that I want to mention before I finish is that companies like Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, that are the main console manufacturers in the world, is that they should change the way they advertise and the strategy behind it. Because as you see, people definitely want a more powerful console, but they want a bigger gaming library overall. And that the games will take advantage of the total power and performance that each console provides. Why have the most powerful console in the market when you don't have games to play with? I want to give a huge thanks to everybody that participated on my Twitter poll. It gave a lot of information to make this video possible. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and share it with somebody that have not decided yet which console they are going to buy this year, and this might help them out. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos. Right now, if you see on my background, I'm working on a new video about the Google Stadia and how this gaming console has evolved since the beginnings of last year. So if you don't want to miss that video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to see more videos and more content on my channel, you can stay to the end and you're going to have and see the suggested videos and also my recent videos. So once again, thanks for watching and I'll see you on my next video.